Hello, my name is Cecilia. I'm going to present my project and we're going to see if it's convenient or not for a furniture production industry to go in Thailand. So Thailand is a country that in the last years there has been a lot of economic growth. There has been a lot of foreign investment for them, but we are going to see if all the factors are convenient. First of all, we have the home furnishing sales in Thailand that we see that there has been an increase and there's a slight decrease, but it's forecasted to keep growing. So this is good because we can see that there is a demand for this product. Then of course we have the consumer spending, which also had a remarkable growth in the last 20-30 years. Well, because we are talking about products that are made of wood, we can see that in this graph there's the level of deforestation that Thailand has been living through the last 20 years, and we can see that it has been growing. We have the fertility rate, which had a very huge decrease and drop in its rate from women having 6 children to having only 1.5 children. We can also talk about the political instability of this country, which is a constitutional monarchy, and right now their current king is a very corrupted tyrant that lives its regime in Germany, far away from his own country, and people it's not happy with him, so there are a lot of protests. And then with the COVID-19 pandemic, Thailand in fact has a good measurements to control this pandemic and the virus in their country because they closed the border. Also, the baht had a huge appreciation last year and the central bank tried to neutralize this value. Nevertheless, the exportation sector was very damaged because of this. Another thing that was impacted because of the global pandemic that we are living in is labor, because factories in Thailand, the workers are mainly from neighbor countries, so because they closed their borders, the factories were out of workers, and the government tried to take measures on it, but they still can't find a direct solution. Finally, there's something very important to talk about. The economic growth of Thailand was very good in the past, but even before the COVID-19 pandemic, they were struggling to keep their rapid growth, and in fact, some of their foreign investors took out of their country. Some risks like the COVID-19 pandemic and the environmental issues that can be manageable for a firm, but there are some others that are more risky, for example, the political environment and the bad appreciation. This is very risky, especially for a factory, because it will be very expensive to pay their workers, even if they found them, because right now Thailand is dealing with having a workforce in their own factories, and they are running out of people because the fertility rate is dropping and the migrants can no longer go into the country. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and although there is a clear trend for urbanization and the country has been growing and there has been foreign investment, but right now that foreign investment is dropping out, so that would be a great sign to not go into that country. Therefore, the factors that once were attractive for foreign investors are weakening. There's a lot of uncertainty, as I just said, and Thailand being in a very problematic geographic location make this investment risky.